Hey guys, I'm joined with SUNSfan and SirActionSlacks to talk about Betway Midas Mode 2 and kind of the behind the scenes as to how the tournament got created, the fan engagement, kind of how this brainchild came to be. So let's start with the easy questions. How did Betway Midas Mode 2 begin?
I think that was a straight up just a continuation of the first one that we did. We were super interested in, we love these kind of alternate game modes and providing something new and interesting for the audience. So we did Midas Mode 1, which was a fun success, and it had a couple flaws that we were hoping to fix with the economy and all that jazz. And the team's not really caring at all. So we wanted to improve upon that and then also expand to do a live event. SUNSfan, my boy here, ran the very successful Captain's Draft 4 with a minor, in fact.
And it only cost me a net negative $50,000.
So I wanted to jump into his shoes and see if I could run a LAN tournament myself with my own little baby. So that's really where it came from. And yeah, I don't know. We wanted to do a tournament that was kind of the opposite of what you normally see. A lot of people focus on the online fans and you know, all that jazz, and I really wanted to do something that was really focused on the at-home fans, the live audience.
And is that what made the difference between choosing to do like Captain's Draft 5.0 versus doing a Midas Mode 2?
Well, that's a whole well, so like Slacks was talking about, we started with like these weird game modes. We started with Captain's Draft and Elimination Mode, and Midas Mode is like the trifecta of the three, I guess you could call it. Doing like a minor was just too expensive. Like bringing in all the players, that costs a lot of money, and there's not really a good way to make that money back. So to make it something that's sustainable, we thought it would be fun to kind of have like, call it a half or LAN 1.5 or whatever we called it, where just the viewers come. And so far from the spectating standpoint, from everybody we've talked to, they've really enjoyed themselves. So that has been a resounding success, I would say.
that part of the tournament has been a resounding success.
Absolutely.
No issues there. No problems with VR, no problems with fan engagement, we're good.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think people are definitely feeling like they're more involved in a esports game than they've ever have been before, which is kind of our goal. So in the end, I think we're living up to that very well. However, our big goal of solving the economy continues to be something that we have to work on now. So we are hoping to change things up for the end to try to make things more, you know, Dota players, you know, their job is to ruin things. That's literally what they're supposed to do.
They get paid to ruin events.
They were paid millions of dollars to take the world's greatest mind, Ice Frog, and see if they can fuck it up. And that is what they're so good at. So God, you know what? They're doing it again, and we love them for it. That's why we love Dota.
So about the fan engagement, when you guys were brainstorming how the event would run or what it would look like, was that kind of your primary goal, was to have as much fan engagement here in Denver as you could?
Slacks, I'll let you take this in a second, but I remember Captain's Draft when we were doing the mine, that was the first time we had any kind of audience. He really wanted to have like fan engagement. That was the most important thing. We just didn't have it in our budget. There was a little bit, I guess you could say, but all this like VR stuff, this is completely him. Some of it, and I'm not going to lie, and I haven't even told him this, the creep takeover, I did not think it was a good idea when he first pitched it to me.
Oh.
But now that I've seen it, like the VR Roche is pretty obvious, like that's super fun. Every single person that has been taking part in this creep takeover has absolutely loved it, even if they've died immediately, which is sometimes the case.
Quite more than often, excuse me. But at any rate, yeah, I think that was kind of what we were going for, and it's something that is very unique to this medium. You can't have a football fan run on the field and start kicking the ball around or getting tackled by...
You can have streakers, though.
You
could.
Streakers.
That's the best we have.
Yeah. This is the closest thing we have to the Dota streaker.
Please tell me that wasn't the inspiration behind
No,
it.
I just came up with that right now.
Yeah, maybe next time. But really, I mean, I'm fascinated with the medium of esports, that interconnectivity that we can have inherently by all being on the internet and doing the same thing. I mean, the greatest thing about esports is watching a tier 1 team do something super cool and saying, oh, I'm going to do that tonight. I want to play that. And bridging that gap between like the, you know, just the random fan and the pro player is amazing. It's something that only we could do. So that's kind of like where this whole thing came from.
And talent's kind of that middle ground here at the actual event where they can come up to talent, or they can potentially come up and ask them questions and introduce themselves. Potentially.
We will attack them.
Consent to the thing, yeah. But they have that opportunity to engage where they otherwise wouldn't be able to online, right? Like we always see people adding their favorite talent or their favorite players, and normally they don't get any response, and they're kind of just shoved aside, and they're like, well, I tried. But here I've actually seen you guys really make the effort to talk to fans. And like, not you guys, but like talent in general goes into the games, goes into the arena, and actually engages more than just like, hey, I'm ODPixel, or hey, I'm SirActionSlacks.
Right.
Is that something you guys have like been pushing, or is that something that's organically been evolved?
Okay, I'll let you take this second part, since I know this is a big thing for him. But
Take it again.
part of it was a byproduct, I would say. Obviously, everybody here, we would only bring people here that want to, engage with fans, because there's a few people that maybe aren't too happy about that all the time. But in terms of this tournament, it was a byproduct of the map breaking constantly. We needed fans to help us. Thank you guys, by the way. And without them, we literally could not have fixed some of these issues, because again, it's like custom games have so many bugs that they're so difficult to find. Like very specific scenarios can trigger them, and fans really helped us and ended up playing games with them, and it's been a lot of fun actually.
Nice.
Yeah, again, we were very strategic with the people that we hired for this tournament. There's a lot of really great Tier 1 talent out there, but there's a lot of talent that just genuinely enjoy being around fans and interacting with people that made their lives possible. And it takes a special kind of person to be able to be that humble and say that these are the guys that brought us here, and we want to thank them. And I think that everyone here is that person, and I think that obviously you could see that from the kind of fun that our fans are having at the event.
And the cake.
And the cake, yes. What a delicious cake. Thank you, fans. More cake for me.
Making us all fatter every day.
Yes,
Thank you.
that's all you do.
Now, I know behind the scenes things have had hiccups, you've had some issues. Are there things that you're looking forward to doing in Midas Mode 3 that perhaps, you've been spitballing, playing around with, that maybe we can
A lot
talk
of great
about?
ideas. One of my favorites so far is from Owen. He says that we should do like a auction for every hero and make it an interface where they have to, put in a price, and then someone has to beat it and somebody has to beat it. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Sounds like a long draft.
Sounds like, what? If we're famous for
Long
one
draft.
thing, buddy, it's long drafts. But
That's true.
I will say that, that's the joy of Midas Mode, is we take these ideas from people and we give them out. And, fun thing I don't think I've ever shared with anybody about the creep takeover is actually not my idea. It is actually Gabe Newell's idea.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
So I was filming some content over at Valve for TI, and I told him about the VR Roche and asked for his opinions on stuff, and he said that he kind of explained the whole concept of the creep takeover, and that came from him, and I said, that sounds like a really good idea, we'll do it. So Midas Mode is taking a lot of different things from the community and integrating stuff in, and getting people's good ideas. I'm not sure that he thought that it would be where it is now with them spamming emotes and denying runes and body blocking pros, but at the same time, taking ideas, implementing them, and trying to get as much fun is kind of what this tournament's all about. So
I think you missed an opportunity, though, because you put a whole bunch of other emotes in. You could have put Ice Frog in there, and no one would have known. Or even Gabe Newell's face, and nobody would have known where it came from. It was just something they could have spammed.
I'm sure Valve will use that for their compendium at TI
No.
10.
Come
I'm
on.
sure they would have.
Hey, this is a great idea. I think this would be something perfect for the game, but remains to be seen if it's too much or not.
Well, it did break a couple times, but maybe
It wasn't the emote's fault, though.
No.
Let's be clear.
No, that's true. And what do you guys enjoy most about this event? I know we've talked about fan engagement. We've talked about, behind the scenes. We've talked about pro players making crazy drafts like we saw with OG. What do you guys enjoy most about this event?
I just like the fact
I'll
that...
take this one first. No, I'm just kidding. Go
Please,
ahead.
no. You've ruined the moment already, Slacks. Please. Take it.
If I may.
Yeah,
No.
you may, yes.
No, I think my favorite part is definitely seeing these interactions with the fans and the players. It's actually great. Hearing about the creep takeover guys, they're like, Seb told me to stack camps and I did it, and then he said I did a good job. I mean, there's literally no other way that could ever happen besides this tournament. So, especially stuff like seeing the VR Roche just beating pro players to a pulp. When can you ever say that again? So it really feels like the people that are engaged in the product are having a blast, and that's what it's all about for me.
Yeah, that's probably the most unique aspect of this tournament, but mine would probably just be the general concept of doing a different game mode in general, not just the fact that it's custom game, but just a different, like I talked about, Captain's Draft, or just something different than what we're seeing all year. And if we can make this sustainable, I think it just makes it more interesting throughout every year of the Dota season, because it can be a grind.
Especially towards the end. It's nice that we started off with something refreshing, because we just finished TI, which was basically a year-long process, and we're like, okay, we've got enough regular Dota, let's do something that's different and fun and innovative.
Yeah.
What are you guys looking forward to doing this DPC season?
Not this.
Not
This should not be in the DPC, for the love of God. Don't ever give us DPC points. That would be a massive mistake. So
I mean,
I don't know. Seeing fun Dota is great, but I love regular Dota too. So I'm actually just excited to see the DPC rolling back out, seeing some new orgs putting their shots in, seeing what fun things they can do, and see if they can measure up. So yeah, I'm
obviously
pumped.
the bar is Midas mode. Everyone else, right?
No comment.
No comment on that one. We're monkey barring right now, but we're talking.
What about you?
I think the DPC season is something you can't really. I mean, we had Captain's Draft. That was the only non-Captain's Mode ever tournament in terms of the DPC. It just comes down to whether it's sustainable or not, and in the current makeup, I don't think it is, especially for a company of our size.
Yeah.
So we're probably just gonna. I mean, the fact that we're doing these weird tournaments, you can't do these all the time, right? It can't be a consistent thing. So it just has to sprinkle them in every once in a while, and
Change things up.
yeah, I think elimination mode is probably the next one that I would want to do something for, but we haven't really had serious discussions yet.
Well, elimination mode was my favorite. I came into this being like, I'm gonna say that at least once, because I would go home and elimination mode, like all the time,
the best
and my
voice,
friends would be like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It's just the best tournament I've ever seen in my life. Please, we need another one." So
Elimination mode is super fun.
it's
Yeah.
super fun.
Hopefully we do another one. Probably
Yeah.
next. SUNSfan's probably.
And I have to ask, theme-wise, you came from Jungle Jam to this. How do you come up with the themes behind it? Like, obviously we had Midas Mode once, so we have kind of a canon that continues. But you also sprinkle in some other stuff, right? You've got the greenery, you've got the Roche pit, you've got the books and new stuff here. Is there someone who's like the creative genius behind all of this, who's like, yes, I went to the jungle once, that's what we're gonna do, or we need more bookcases? I don't know.
I'll let Slacks take this one. It's a very personal thing.
The lore?
Huh?
Lore?
The theme.
I
All
love
the themes.
themes. I love lore building. Nobody does that shit right. God, please. It makes everything more entertaining. And also, shout out to my beautiful mom, our set designer. God, great work there, mommy. No, but I don't know. Themes are important. Anything, again, it's like something that we can only do in esports. Football theme is always going to be football. You know, they're never going to have like tropical football day. It's like, we get to have fun with our life in the esports world. So I love doing that, and I love trying to create those themes and make it different. And yeah, we almost tried to do a pirate for elimination mode.
Yeah, but nobody could actually do a pirate voice other than Slacks, so it wouldn't have worked. It was really annoying listening to it.
We ran a panel with it.
Isn't that also like on brand with you guys though? Like you try and it's funny because it's
That's
not as
true.
good as it should be.
I feel like I need to get a pirate voice going.
Yeah.
Once I perfect that, then we can.
We did a demo panel with a few of us doing a pirate voice, and it was a good fun for about 10 seconds before we all really didn't want to hear that anymore. So yeah, themes will continue.
And my last question, you guys are kind of pillars in at least the NA Dota 2 community. For people who look up to you guys or have inspiration to be like you guys, what advice would you have for them? Whether it's tournaments, whether it's breaking into the scene, whether it's just, you know, breaking into engaging more with other fans
Right.
or
I think
players.
a couple years ago, you'd say it's very difficult to get into the scene in general, but I think if you just do something unique, if you just stand out somehow and you're good at what you do, then you'll make a way for yourself, honestly. I know that's a very generic answer, but it's the truth.
Oh,
To
yep.
follow that, what would yours be then? What would you say your unique thing that you brought that made you stand apart?
I was very lucky. That was my unique thing. Very lucky, and I'm good at acting like a complete idiot. Little do
Like
people
acting.
know, yes, it's not
Strong.
actually acting. Very strong acting.
Let's see. General advice: do what you love, and if you could spread what you love to other people that have similar interests, then they'll be having fun too. So, don't be fake. Don't try to do something someone else is doing more better than them, because worst case scenario is you do something you don't love, and then you're trapped doing it forever, and then life becomes horrible. So
That's not like real advice or like real experiences. That
At Outback Steakhouse.
Outback Steakhouse.
Shout out.
If you pretend to be a man who's playing a didgeridoo wearing a Crocodile Dundee shirt, you'll have to become it, and then every day will be a living hell. So,
and now you know
yeah,
where the themes come from.
that's right. You know, one more time for the last time, it's unique to esports. None of our parents are multi-million-dollar people like grooming us for greatness like Taylor Swift's parents. You know, we have to come from
I
the
was like,
dirt.
is that actually a specific
Absolutely.
reference?
They're in the Illuminati. Look it up, girl. You're supposed to be a reporter. But anyway, Yeah, we all come
Do
organically.
esports, not music.
That's right. We come from the bottom, we rise up because we love what we do and we love our scenes and it's who we are, you know? I went to college for 5 years, worthless. I ditched class every day to play Dota. Should have saved myself some goddamn money because this is the best thing in the world. Not really though. Go to college, kids.
Stay
That's
in
a
school,
lie.
please.
Don't
Stay
do that.
in school.
Stay in school. But yeah, so love what you do what you love, and other people will love and follow it if it doesn't suck.
Amazing. Well, thank
Yeah.
you for taking the time to sit down with me. I know everyone at home is probably curious about what happens behind the scenes and all the chaos, but
Yes.
they don't need to see the real
No chaos here.
No
Everything's
chaos
nice
anymore.
and smooth. Hotspawn.com.